Yeah, take my money. Hey guys, it's Alex with Hammond Watch. Here today with a watch strap. Not something I do often. Picked up a pretty affordable strap and was extremely satisfied with it, and just wanted to make sure I shared it with you guys and gave you kind of a close-up look of Barton's new CORDURA hybrid. So if you've never purchased a Barton strap, they're popular because they're affordable. They come in a number of different materials and a lot of different colors, and they utilize a quick release spring bar. That's just a spring bar mechanism that allows you to use your fingernail to take the strap on and off, making strap changes easier, and you don't require a tool for it. Anytime you order a strap, this is the packaging that you get. Your strap will come in a little light blue box, and then you'll have a sleeve with all the information regarding the strap. As I mentioned, this is their new CORDURA hybrid blend. I did go with chocolate and black. If you're not familiar, CORDURA is a really tough, water-resistant fabric, and they have stitched it to a very supple silicone. And I think the combination is really a knockout. So the CORDURA material itself is a very nice tight weave. Really like this chocolate brown color. It's going to be very versatile, which is perfect because this will be bouncing back and forth between a couple of watches. The stitching holding it to the silicone is very uniform, and I appreciate that on the buckle holes that they left them absent of fabric and just kept those entirely silicone. It should help with the longevity of the strap. This one is 20 millimeters, tapering down to 18. As with all Bartons, it is a quick release, so you have the easy swapping capabilities. You also have a little bit of venting. You know, it's certainly not a dive watch, but it gives you a couple of millimeters of depth to allow a little bit of air in and make sure it's not sliding around all over your wrist. The silicone is incredibly soft on the skin. Huge fan of their Silicone Elite straps anyway. This feels very much in that same vein. And in keeping the watch strap relatively thin at about 3 millimeters throughout, it remains incredibly flexible. You know, time will tell if the strap really holds up, but I don't see any quality issues that are making me feel like I'm going to deal with any rips or tears anytime in the immediate future. Here's the strap on my Escapement Time Flieger. A bit of a perfect pairing. You know, a strap that looks like a cloth material but is waterproof on a Flieger watch with 300 meters of water resistance. And I find more and more watches getting strong depth ratings and screw down crowns. You know, dive watches kind of ruled the roost for a long time simply because they were overbuilt and for every occasion. You know, I've had several Fliegers that, you know, were 50 meters and 5 meters. And, you know, while they were wonderful watches, you really couldn't wear them in every setting. I certainly appreciate now being able to just throw it on regardless of the activity and not really having to think about it. You know, it's more about, you know, the style of my attire than it is what the watch is able to handle. My favorite thing about the strap is its thin profile. The Flieger is a relatively thin watch at 12.5. The strap doesn't look out of place and certainly holds it put. Very soft. You know, I've tried competing CORDURA straps, and especially on the lower end of the market, they tend to be really bulky and a little bit stiff. Probably well suited for a heavy dive watch, but for anything petite or slim, I think this is just going to be a stronger option. And before you bring up, you know, a luxury brand and how they provide the best CORDURA strap on the market, just keep in mind that this strap is $39.99 USD. Very affordable. Barton does 20% off of their watch straps frequently. They just rotate it between the lines, so you may have to wait for a little while for it to circle back on these particular straps. But I think that's a wonderful price, and for a strap that is this versatile and easy to swap in and out, I don't see any clear-cut competition out there, and I hope they keep it up, and I imagine it's going to be a pretty popular product. If you guys were considering this strap or just wanted a closer look and the video helped you out, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out in YouTube's analytics. Also subscribe to the channel. I do watch content weekly at a minimum, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.